Hey YouTubers, coming at you live from my photography mobile. We're looking at the S5 and how to set it up. And we're going to go through the menu options and hit the settings that are most important and change it from the manufactured settings, which are a bit wonky. So let's hit it. Let's go to the menu. And first up is exposure mode. It came on P, and you don't want that. You're going to want to put it on M for manual. Otherwise, your exposure is just going to start changing whenever your light changes, and that's not a good thing. You want to shoot manual. And by the way, this has an anamorphic setting, which is pretty cool. So if you want to use an anamorphic lens, you can shoot in 4x3 and then stretch it in post. You can get those really spherical, egg-shaped lighting. So this is another important one. This is in the settings, the little gear menu right below the video camera. And on the first rung, you want to hit auto exposure and PASM. You want to just turn that off. It came on in the factory settings, and again, it just changed your exposure just a bit, and it's really annoying when you're shooting manual. And now finally, we want to hit the monitor backlight. The factory setting is from auto, and that means the actual live viewfinder will change its lighting based on your scene around you. But this might be how you're judging the lighting in your photographs. You want to change that to, I just put it at 0 to be honest, but if you need a +3, if you're in a very sunny area, you're going to need all the light in your monitor, in your live frame view, in your LVF as possible. Or if your eyes are a little sensitive, you can go down to -3. I just kept it at 0, but it was on auto, and that's a very important setting because it changed the lighting basically changed the brightness of the live viewfinder, which made me think my exposure in my pictures was changing, and it wasn't. It was just the LVF brightness level. So this is a very important. It's in the wrench, and then you go to the second rung, the wrench, then the second rung in the camera, monitor backlight. I would put it, at least take it off auto, because that can be annoying as all get out. And also I turned the eye sensor off because I hate when I get close to the viewfinder and suddenly it switches to the eye. So you definitely want to put that on low, unless you're switching to the eye sensor a lot, which you might be. That's your choice. What the S5 does a little bit different here is it has a focus ring control. And basically you can change how it affects when you turn your focus ring, how it affects. You can do linear or non-linear, and I tried it both ways. And non-linear, I don't know what people are thinking if they use that. Maybe it's good for photographers. I'm more of a videographer guy. I put it back to linear. I say back, it came from factory on non-linear. It just changes the direction all lenses usually focus when you turn the focus ring. So I put it back on linear, which is what it's supposed to be. So that about does it as far as the most important menu settings. Everything else is basically the same for all Lumix cameras, but the exposure mode changes to manual. Photo style, I like the cinema-like, but you also have Vlog already installed on the S5. And then the eye sensor, I turned the sensitivity to low because I don't use the eye sensor too much. That's another one that's on here. This is a really important screen. But those are basically the 3 biggies that I saw when unpacking my S5. So check out my other videos on Uptrend Productions YouTube channel. And if you want to turn your Lumix into a moneymaker, check out my How to Business series where we go over corporations versus LLCs, contracts, and how to sell. Check you next time.